All right, everybody. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Y'all know what time it is. It is the Earl Grey Tuesday. I was about to say midnight run. Once again, it's me. It's that VINCE. I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Hey, Mr. Fat Man. KCB, you should be. The best way to recover is just rest. Don't go and try to use all these crazy supplements in order to recover. They'll actually end up doing more harm than good. But ultimately, you want to listen to your doctor. But what did you injure yourself on? Well, just let me know in a minute there. Y'all guys want to know how my day's going? It seems as though I got a lot of friends that are just on their deathbed, getting cancer, or just plain dying on me and stuff there within the past couple weeks. So it's been kind of miserable, you know, because when you have all that happening around you, you think about your own personal lifespan and stuff, you know. That's why it's always important to do everything that you need to do in life, that's for sure. Hey, Quick Pump. Hey, Ryan C., what's up? That's okay. I should be expecting it, you know. This is generally what happens around my age anyway, so. You know, and all these people, they're right around my age, so just all sorts of stuff happening. I mean, my friend Kate, she passed away a couple months ago and stuff that, I had known her since freaking middle school, you know. Eh, it's nuts out there, I'll tell you what. Yeah, we're gonna play that there. I did see some submissions in the community forum. So I gotta tell two of you guys, I'll play one of each of your videos, but you got like 5 or 6 of them each, you know. And this is Earl Grey Tuesday. We want to give everyone the opportunity. And like, for example, if I was going to play KCB's video in order, I would have to play at least like between you two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 videos ahead. So I may need to put a new rule up here for, just one at a time, or just stay organized there, That's only fair there, you know what I mean? Especially since, of course, Earl Grey Tuesday's back to its original time slot being 2 hours. But folks, tell me out there, what are you guys drinking and what are you guys smoking? I just got water and a little brandy and a little cigarillo. That's about it. Oh, no, not you, KCB. In fact, this works out for you, KCB. If you look in the community post, you'll notice you got a whole line of people that posted up different videos before even yours got up there. So you're actually good in this case. Hey, Lionheart, what's up? I know, but look at your community post there, KCB. That's why I got to skip ahead to yours here after I play the first one, simply because there's a bunch of other people that posted up multiple videos. So you're good on that there, so. You're smoking weights here, so. It's not that I don't refuse Charlie Z videos, but anything that involves stalking someone, any Charlie Z videos that includes stalking, for example, that's something that, ain't too minty, Not only that, I can get into a little hot water as facilitating shit like that, No, it's just Soul Pole Saturday there, Ryan. Hey, Alan, what's up? But, of course, since we got this is back to a 2-hour show, it means that there's less talk, more guac, So let's go ahead and get lit up. Now, this isn't something that Lamar would. This isn't one of those Lamar type cigars with marijuana and stuff in it. It's just your regular cigaretto. So, bottoms up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. There's my face.
I'm ever feeling like sad, depressed, or tired, like I just go out for a run. I go do something, whether it's a 5K, a 1K, 1 mile, or half a mile. Like it doesn't really matter. Just
Okay, Ryan. Good thing.
getting out there, moving, clears all those other thoughts in your heads and just makes it so much better. So here's the thing: if you're trying to find your style in tattooing or your thing in life, I'll tell you a bit about my story. My name's Andy Foe. I'm a tattoo artist out here in Austin, Texas. I own a tattoo shop called Upside Tattoo.
Like I said, I've never been big on tattoos being a bodybuilder because it covers up the physique and everything. Of course, but if you're a tattoo artist, then yeah, you definitely want to have a bunch of tattoos.
Um, and for me, like I've always been drawn to art, but it hasn't always been that way. Somebody had to introduce it to me. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and my sister came back from school. My sister Jenny is 4 years older than me. I was 4 years old at the time. She was 8, and she came back from school. I wasn't in school yet, and she said, "Sit right there." So I sat on the floor. She turned to me, and she just sat down with a pencil and paper and just started to draw in front of me. I was kind of curious. She didn't let me look. She just told me to sit still, and I don't remember how long it was, a couple minutes. But for an 8-year-old to turn that piece of paper towards a 4-year-old me and see a resemblance of myself, I was like, I didn't know you could do that with a pencil and a piece of paper. And I was just fascinated by that. So when I entered into kindergarten, we had art class every week, and I just like took off with it. It didn't matter. Like I didn't know the difference between good or bad art. It was just you got to create. And I just had so much fun in it. That I didn't really care what it looked like or what the other kids were doing. I ended up excelling at it because it was just something that I was really passionate about. And the same thing carried all throughout elementary school. When you're in Brooklyn or New York City and you're about like 4th or 5th grade, they give you like a textbook size this big to pick your middle school. So you either go to your zone school, whatever it is.
You get to pick your school? Gee, for me, I didn't even have no choice. It's like, hey boy, you're gonna go over there. Non-negotiable.
In your area, or you get to pick based on what you like. And I remember going to decide either my zone school or Mark Twain. Mark Twain was like a gifted school for music or art, one of those programs. And I was like, man, like art would be really cool, but all my friends are going here towards the zone school. I'll just go to my zone school. So I chose what I liked. It wasn't necessarily art, but I chose to go where my friends went because that's what I liked at the time. You go through 5th grade, 6th grade, 6th, 7th. Then during 7th grade, they give you an even bigger textbook. Choose your high school in New York City. So I just remembered like looking through all the schools, and at the time I was living in Flatbush, not a really good area. I was on Church and Ocean Avenue, the Q train on Church Ave, and it was either go to my zone school of Erasmus, which had metal detectors and armed security guards, or you could pick between all these other schools. So,
that's one thing that speaks of his age there. You see, when I went to school, the good old boys, let's just be nice about it. The good old boys, they'd come in there in their pickup truck and they'd have a shotgun on the back from hunting. Rather than putting the school on lockdown, the principal would actually come out and compare rifles. He'd go and pull his out, and they would go and talk about rifles instead, Amazing how things have gone from that, and we obviously didn't have any metal detectors, that we've gone from that to pretty much this.
I was always told in my family, you couldn't make any money doing art. There's no careers, there's no livings for it, so just do something practical. What I liked at the time
Well, Blaha, are you gonna fuck him or something? I mean, why are you saying he's not handsome for it? I mean, that's something that you would say if you were considering fucking him or something.
Was like computers. You know, like I've always, we got our first Dell, which had like 20 gigabytes. The monitor was like this big, was super heavy, and we're using, you know, floppy disks at the time. And I just remember choosing FDR High School, which had like computer and a business program. My dad was an entrepreneur. Didn't really work out later on in his life, but he instilled, you know, some ideas of like doing some sort of business for yourself. Go for
I learned how to type on a typewriter, folks. If y'all want to know about my computer skills, it started with an IBM Selectric typewriter. I went to typing class.
computer science, something practical. And then there was Sheepshead Bay High School. Also not really a good school, but they had a really good art program. So I applied for both. FDR had a business test, a business program. I signed up for it. I passed the test. And then also it came to Sheepshead Bay. I had to audition.
By the way, folks, do y'all see the distinct difference between him and Wes Watson by any chance?
For them, so I had to create a portfolio with my art teacher.
I mean, it's amazing that this is one of Wes Watson's disciples.
In middle school, and you got to go sit there and draw with them for an hour, and they would just guide your critique your portfolio, and then just see the type of artwork that you did. And I got into both schools. Which one did I choose? You know, you had to choose which one you like. My liking was towards FDR for the business program, because I liked the safety, the security of going for something that was more practical. So I ended up going for there. I pushed art to the side again, because I was just doing something that I liked at the time. And that's where I ended up going to school and learning all these different things with business, accounting, and LLCs and S corps and sole proprietorships, all those things. Like I had a head start at that at this business school. That's actually where I met my girlfriend at the time, which is now my wife at the time, Erica. So when you're just about to graduate high school, guess what happens? Choose your college or whatever your thing is. And you can only imagine, now it's not even just limited to like your city or to your state. It's all over the place. But I like the idea of being in New York. I like the idea of doing art again. Like my guidance counselor helped, you know, push me around and see which route I wanted to go. With that, it was Parsons and SVA, or I could probably do what my sister loves. Like she loves her job. My sister Terry, she was an electrical engineer. She has a mechanical engineering degree, her nuclear engineering degree. She loved her job so much. She was so passionate. I wanted to be just like her because she loved her job. So I didn't even apply to the art schools. I was like, I'm going to follow the path of somebody who loves what they want to do. So I applied for NYIT, the New York Institute of Technology. I went there, and for 2 years you do your core classes. With your core classes is your philosophy, your English, your algebra, all the other things I didn't care about. By year 3, private school, I finally got into an electrical engineering degree, and I had no idea what.
Yeah, tell me about it. Smart family, that's for sure. Yeah, if Wes carried himself this way, but I don't think he's been in prison yet. I mean, I could be wrong, though.
Was going on. I loved the idea of what my sister did and what she loved about it, even though I had no idea. But I hated what they were actually doing in the field. I just couldn't keep up. My brain doesn't function that way. I dropped out after 3 years. I was working at Forever 21 at the time, and I was like, I might as well just do the retail management thing, and I was going to crush that because I liked the idea of having some sort of security. But with some time, I was like, you know what? Let me go to a community college. I went to BMCC, Borough of Manhattan Community College, and let me just figure out something to do. So I went for graphic design. I was blending art with computers, with the internet, the thing that I loved at the time, around, you know, early 2000s or so. And the graphic design program had art electives, drawing, painting, sculpting. I had Parsons and SVA professors teaching there at a community college part-time, and they saw my passion for it. I thrived just like I did in kindergarten, and they just nurtured me, and they're like, you have to do something with this. And I ended up working at Uniqlo for a little bit. It's like a Japanese retailer, clothing company, like kind of like the Gap. I think it's better. I just like the clothing there.
I mean, it's pretty clear that he's definitely into fashion, that's for sure, and art, judging by all the jobs. But it is kind of unusual that he took the other path. So.
And man, I just remember like on a lunch break, hating my job, hating working with other people who hated their job. I was on lunch break at the park in Grand Street in New York City. Had some friends playing handball there, and one of my cousins was there. And they were showing off tattoos to each other of like trash work that they were like, just doing. I just seen better because I knew my brother Robert Foe, who owns Skin Design Tattoos. He's been tattooing since I was 1 year old. I was 22 at the time. So he's been tattooing for 23 years. 21 years at the time. And I asked my cousin, I was like, would you let me tattoo you? I don't know if I took it as a challenge, but he was like, only if you get good. So I asked my brother Robert, I was like, what do you think if I tattooed? And he was like, if you move out here to Vegas, I'll teach you. And I came out there for a week to see what it was like. My brother loved his work. Like, he was gardening, he had a family, he was just doing all these things that I thought an artist did. He had a giant library, he had an art studio, I just saw that energy, that passion. I was like, I want to be like him. To have that flexibility to just like wake up when you like, go to work, come home, hang out with your family, have your day off, tend to your garden, make your koi pond, like all these things like that he was going to teach me. I was like, man.
Tend to your koi, well, that wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine, like I said, he's one of Wes Watson's clients there, Ryan, so.
Like, this is so awesome. And
I just can't believe he is one, I can't imagine it. They're like polar opposites of each other.
Saw that people were like giving their arms, their full bodies to him to just like do whatever you wanted, and it was in realism. It was like black and gray realism. And I was like, I need to do something with this. Like, so that's what I liked. That's what I was pushing for. And I was like, this is it. This is what I wanted to do. So when it comes down to finding your thing in life, it's a mixture of like what you like, what you don't like, and just moving towards it. I can't believe like this is where I'm at right now, 11 years in tattooing. And still, I'm figuring out what I like and what I don't like. Even when it comes to the little nuances of like the stencil machines that I'm using, or the tattoo machines, or the needle.
One thing is for sure, and let me show you guys this here. Usually someone, you can always tell the way someone's life just by what they have, hanging up there on the sides, pictures. He definitely loves his family because, I mean, look at all the pictures, and this craft right here just shows that he has that artistic touch, because I wouldn't buy something like that, but an artist would, essentially. But I just wanted to point that out.
When it comes down to like the music and the environment and the amount of days off, and even to like, it extends to like how I work out.
Andy should be coaching Wes, to be honest with you.
What kind of running shoes, what kind of watch, like when you can start to pick apart all those little nuances of like what you like and what you don't like, then you get into a rhythm of like really finding yourself. And the same thing applies in your style of tattooing. What do you like about this tattoo artist's work? What don't you like about that? What do you like about this person's social media? What don't you like about that person's work? And as you begin to dissect that, you find more of what you like, what your thing, what your style is. And that thing is just very special, very unique to you. It's your experience, it's your personality, it's what you get to deliver and offer to the world as a tattooer and as a person. So I encourage you, I suggest, I highly recommend you start to look at everything in your life and figure out what is it about this that you like or that you don't like. And when you begin to identify those things, you find more of you. I want to know like what you have figured out at this point, or where you're stuck finding your thing or your style. It's not difficult, but it takes time. So find some time to like get a journal, write it down, send me a DM, like let's figure that out. You know, figure out what it is that you like and take more action to move towards that. You're going to be way happier. You're going to find so much more fulfillment. My thing now is like helping everyone else find their thing, helping people in tattooing get their skill set honed, get their mindset right, get their bodies right, so that when you do wear a tattoo, it looks awesome. When you do go meet somebody, like your energy is like out there. When you have a family, like you're there to like love them and be present. Let me help you figure that out. Send me a message or, you know, put in the comments below. I really...
Now, it did end with a little advertisement, but that's perfectly fine there with me, you know. Like I said, if I was ever to get someone to coach me, I'd like to have someone like him around. That's for sure. I mean, smart guy there. That's for sure. And you know, you could just tell that, you know, I just can't figure how. I just can't figure. I mean, the thing about it is that why isn't his channel more popular? I mean, it's just kind of weird, you know. He doesn't get that many views on his channel, and he really should. 63, 93 and stuff, and I mean, I think that's his best video that he has, but you know, mine's dropped down a bunch because I've been working on my other channel. Not only that, folks, one thing I do need to let you know, because I've been playing so many limited videos and stuff, you know, people crapping in the street and stuff, I've really pissed off the YouTube algorithm, so I don't intend on probably getting too many views or suggested videos, and that's generally what happens here, so. Alright, let's go on to, give me just a minute here. THC, I'll have to skip a couple of yours because, like I said, I want to make sure I get everyone's video in, so let's see what we got here. Alright. Once again, The Adventures of J Masters. This one's a pretty old one.
Dude, I'm totally on your side. I would love to see you beat the fuck out of fucking Brad or Adam McLeod, and I'll help. Shit. Oh, but you don't want to go to Brad's house. Brad's got 2 pit bulls now. Dude, really? 2 pit bulls? Dude, that's a warning sign right there that Brad is trash. That he has 2 pit bulls, he's covered in tattoos, he doesn't feel like a man unless he has that beard. He's so insecure about his own childhood that he's on his 3rd chance to have a family.
What do you think about that, Brad?
You know, he's paying child support to the 2 previous. Now he's bringing one in that has one of her own. Brad's a mess. Come on. I'd like to know. I enjoy the study of psychology, and I want to.
Oh, Jay's always great. Always good mints. Have you seen a Jay video that's been boring? I mean, really.
Know. I mean, I deeply want to know why Brad would take on a single mom who basically during the COVID-19 had no job. Obviously, getting some good pussy's a good deal, but I mean, you can always get an escort. But
I think Brad's conservative, but I think I could see where you would think that he's liberal because, Jay and McCuck and all of those other guys, they are super conservatives, and Brad is just slightly conservative. So, to the outlining things, he would look like a liberal.
something happened to Brad where he doesn't feel right unless he's taking care of an inferior woman. I'm just wondering what happened. Maybe Brad's dad moved out for a little while and the family struggled. Brad had to, Brad didn't have a lunch. Was living more like a PM. I mean, for someone who's been burned twice by
I don't think he's a rhino. He just doesn't stick his chest out or anything.
women for child support, to bring in a single mom into your house. I mean, Brad is either a saint, which I doubt, or a fucking mark, which is much more likely the case. So, what made Brad a mark? His dad must have done something real shitty to his mom.
You see, I remember this video there, and, I don't know why Jay goes and talks about Brad's family, his mother and dad and stuff like that, but it's never a good road to go down through.
When he was a kid. So now he has to get, prove he's a man, get all these tattoos.
Squeaks, I don't think much of it there, I mean, this is the lake of piss, so, I mean... So, if something like why don't you just go ahead and say, if something like the word porch monkey bothers me, then I shouldn't be swimming in Lake Genova. You know what I mean? So... Besides, only a beta male worries about what someone says about them or what names are called. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Except my words. Sometimes I can cut someone in half with my words.
Fucking nuts.
It wasn't just Jay. Big Lenny's also going after him. That's part of it. No, we know it's porch monkey there. It's not pork munchies or something.
Maybe you don't want to fight Brad. Something you guys don't know about Brad? Brad pays over $600 a month on his third kid. Not his first, not his second, but his third kid.
Yeah, because the state would make him pay that. It's all up to a judge to decide how much he actually pays.
On his third kid alone, Brad pays over $600 a month. Brad's nuts, man. Brad's nuts. You might not want to fight a guy like that. That's that stupid and that crazy.
I don't know why he keeps saying that there. That's a judge's call, Brad doesn't have any choice to actually pay something like that. Yeah, I know. Jay's done a lot of things. I mean, both Jay and Lenny, God help them, and stuff. I mean, but, you can see where things like this just developed into where, I thought there was always hope, but I don't think they're ever going to get back together again.
It's paying over $600 a month to a woman.
Yeah, that too there. If you're making over $70K, yeah, you're going to be paying that kind of child support.
Yeah. Brad's going to uncork one day and kill somebody. Maybe it'll be me. Whatever. I doubt it. Who the fuck would bring in a single mom when you're already paying? And I don't even know the facts on Brad's first two kids. I believe his oldest son is in college.
You see, and that's the problem there. There's a lot of single moms out there, and stuff. I mean, you're going to be hard pressed to find a woman that hasn't been knocked up already. You'd be better off looking for a virgin than someone like that. So
he's not paying on that guy anymore.
Yeah, you can't have the misfits without old Vader. But you could have done without. It just doesn't help there. So
his second kid, he's still paying on her. But Brad's third kid, he's paying over $600 alone. And he just decides, oh, Valerie, I love you so much. I want to kiss your feet. Let me paint your toenails. Let's do an OnlyFans page. Really? Let me paint your toenails? Let me do an OnlyFans?
And you got to consider this. This is coming from a person that let some nasty black crackhead go and suck his ding dong on video on a live stream. Literally, y'all saw how hideous that woman was here. I mean, literally speaking, I guarantee her name was probably LaWanda or Keisha or some other street urban name. Or Bumquisha or Sharkita or something like that.
Dance page. Yeah, okay. That's your leader. That poor Brad. I feel so fucked.
Was her name really Keisha? You're not joking with me, are you? That guy? I just threw that name out in the open. I didn't catch the hoe's name anyway. But like, yeah, that's a typical urban name. So
The cockatoo. Uh, these guys are not misfits. And Nate, like Tyler, goes and bangs his woman every which way but sideways for a fucking week. These guys are not misfits. Come on, man. The situations I just described, would Big Richard put up with any of this? Look,
Quick Pump, no. Jay paid cash. I think it was like $40 or $50 there to get a loot. So
I don't put Big Richard as my end all be all for what it takes to be a misfit. But you know what? He's a pretty goddamn good litmus test. What it takes to be a misfit. So, would Big Richard bring in a woman into his home who has a kid after he's already been burned twice for child support? Hell no. Big Richard's a stud. Yeah. Come on, man. Big Richard is the authority on
yeah, we had a back and forth beat years ago. It was whenever he was talking about I could shuck a piece of chicken through my teeth or something like that.
you don't bring in a new chick and pay. Come on, man.
Think that's about it there before let's see. Give me just a minute. I'll show you something that's real funny. Hold on. Y'all want to see some real funny J Master stuff? There's one video of. Let's see. There we go.
Thoughts on Vince Goodrum?
I don't want to get in a chicken wing eating contest against that guy. Have you ever seen the gap in those teeth? That guy could put a chicken wing in his mouth and pull out nothing but bone. Vince Goodrum is the ultimate chicken wing eating motherfucker. I never seen a gap in the teeth like that. And that guy was obviously bred to do chicken wing eating contests. You see the gap in them teeth? For Christ's sake. Vince Goodrum, I guarantee you, could out eat anybody in a chicken wing eating. Yeah, I like Shay Fox. And you look over at the guy next to you, and he's just putting them in his mouth, one swipe, pulling out nothing but bone. You can't keep up with a guy like that.
Yeah, I know
His
he was
teeth
hammered.
are perfectly gapped to shuck all the meat off a chicken bone. I challenge Vince Goodrum to a chicken wing eating contest, but you also got to drink a 40 of Steel Reserve. Drink a Steel Reserve 40 first, then do 10 wings, then drink another 40, then do another 10 wings.
No.
No, how about we put all the Steel Reserve in the front? I challenge Vince Goodrum to Steel Reserve and chicken wings. 340 ounces. 120 ounce of Steel Reserve. 340s. And then 20 chicken wings. 340s and then 20 chicken wings. Come on, Vince, where are you, brah? No, that'd make a great video. Me and Vince Goodrum drinking 340s. Those are so gay. Imagine me and Vince Goodrum drinking 340s of Steel Reserve and then eating 20 chicken wings. Go on, Vince. That would be the mentiest video. Right. I don't want to. I don't know. Vince would agree. Yeah. We don't need to fight. We don't need to bodybuild against each other. Let's have some Steel Reserve and some chicken wings. You know? I like Steel Reserve. It's not racist.
Where's the other part?
Like, father finishes his third, fourth. Father doesn't play to win the game.
No, I think that was it here. So, I don't think you can fit it. I don't think I could fit a chicken bone through my teeth. You know, maybe a Lionel. You know, train track, Lionel, perhaps. All right, let's go ahead and play KCB's video here. What do we got here?
Thank you for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. Today we are going to have a little discussion about meat glue, and in the process I am going to make a Frankensteak. Let's get going.
Well, KCB, that could be liquid courage too, so Jay Masters, whenever he's sober, he's definitely not as funny as when he's drunk. I think we can all agree with that. When he drinks, he turns into fucking Archie Bunker.
All right, before we start, I need to tell you I am in no way an advocate of meat glue, also known as transglutaminase. But I think we all need to have a kind of a conversation, and we need to know what we're eating, and more importantly, what our kids are eating. And that's where meat glue comes in. Basically, it is a naturally occurring enzyme. It's found in blood, and it's usually derived from either pork blood or beef blood. And I think they're also making it out of fermented bacteria. Sounds yummy. And it's basically a clotting agent, and they're using it in formed meats. So if you're eating that sandwich, it looks like a rib, it's got it in it. Your kids are eating chicken nuggets, it's got it in it. And I also suspect that a very large roast beef sandwich chain.
They don't use meat glue that much. They're using texturized vegetable protein and the meat slurry concoction, but they're using a lot of that texturized vegetable protein stuff, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about, you know. They want to stick a fucking soybean into everything.
In the United States here is using it because if you hold up a thin slice of meat out of one of those sandwiches, you know some very unnatural grains, and also I've even seen air bubbles, so it's in it. Now the reason I'm making this video is because there's a lot of deception out there regarding this stuff. If you go to a grocery store, you'll see packages of meat, you know, chickens that look like dinosaurs, and it says formed meat. I think anybody will assume that there's something in there holding the meat together. Where I have a huge problem, however, are there are dining halls and even restaurants that are fabricating like filet mignons using scraps of meat, and they're not disclosing this to the consumer. And their logic is, well, it's not really an ingredient, it's a process. Another problem, I think, is they get the stuff.
And a lot of these restaurants go out of business once they find out about it, you know. Once you get caught doing something like that, you know, you can't simply recover. So, you know, I could see it being done in Chinese restaurants. People wouldn't care whether there was a fucking cat in there or anything like that. But, you know, I don't think you would see stuff like that at a fine dining restaurant. Unless they're going bankrupt. But, hey, I can be wrong about that, too.
From, you know, pork or beef blood, well, there may be a fake filet mignon out there being eaten by a person maybe who's Jewish or Muslim who's not supposed to be eating pork products. So, again, I think there's issues here. What I have decided to do is make fake ribeye steaks. I've seen a lot of fake filet mignon videos out there, but I want to try to make a ribeye, and I just want to see how deceptive we can get using this stuff. And again, I am not an advocate of this. When you're hovering around that thumbs up, thumb down video, I'm hoping you'll make your judgment based on whether or not you thought this video was informative and interesting, not based on what your feeling about this stuff is. Because again, not a fan. So let's get going. What I have here is a beef brisket, and I selected a beef brisket because of that big fat cap. And I have here some very inexpensive stew meat chopped up. We're going to use all this meat to make
I use a lot of stew meat, and I actually roast it. It's a good cheap. I have a special marinade that makes it all nice and soft, but stew meat is a great way of saving money there. So
A kind of a small rib roast without the rib. Then we're going to ultimately slice it into some fake ribeye, some Franken steaks. So let's get going. All right, the first thing I want to do is remove the fat cap. There we go. The next thing we're going to do is dice up this brisket into some small pieces. Now, brisket's normally a fairly tough, well, it's a tough piece of meat, but cutting it into these little small pieces, once it's a fake steak, I think it's going to be fairly tender. So let's get going on that. Okay, and here's the meat glue. I basically put it in a little shaker. It's white powder. You can also mix it with water to make a slurry, which I've done here. I'm going to use both techniques. First thing I'm going to do is lay down that fat cap.
if I ever move to Mexico, Athens, you know I'm going to have a maid.
To brush some of this meat glue slurry on the fat cap.
You know, I've never seen this before, so I'm pretty interested.
Here's that meat. This is the brisket meat mixed in with that stew meat. I just, again, diced everything up. And what I'm going to do is just sprinkle some of this in. You want to make sure you don't breathe any of this stuff in. All right, we need that nice little flavor nugget of fat on a ribeye. So let's have some fat here that I've reserved.
The hell?
Right now we're just going to fill everything in here. All right, it's looking good. It's not really looking good, it's looking weird. So what I'm going to do is pull up this cling wrap. All right, and here we are, vacuum sealed. What I'm going to do now is place this in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow I'll slice this and hopefully it'll look like some ribeyes, but in any case, despicable stuff. I'll see you in a bit. All right, we are back. Now let's see what we've created.
Oh, absolutely. I was considering Los Heroes, Mexico, or Merida, Mexico. Merida, Mexico is probably the second safest city in the world, actually. There's a lot of great places to where you can move to Mexico, and your pricing would be pretty low. So, but I'm actually still considering moving to, Merida or so forth, or Merida, excuse me.
All right, well, as you can see, we've got kind of a bumpy texture here. We'll be trimming that off after we steak it. The thing that's kind of wild is there are some areas here that look totally fused, like the meat.
I mean, there's going to be gangs everywhere, Athens. As long as you keep your mouth shut, you're fine. But Merida doesn't have any risk. Like I said, it's the second safest city in the world. So, I mean, no, I'm not worried about no cartel. As long as the thing about it is, Athens, unless you're in the cartel, that's when you need to worry about it. But if I was going to go there, I'd live there, play some pool, drink a little bit, and hang out. And I would keep my nose down. No different than, I grew up in the projects, I grew up in the gutter. So I'll be damned if I'd be worried about some fucking cartel, Especially since I ain't going to be in their business. I don't mess with them, they ain't going to mess with me,
Almost melted into each other, which is crazy. And there's some of those air bubbles that I've seen before, and some of the sandwiches that are sold.
That looks nasty.
So what I'm going to do now is just steak this out, and then
nasty.
again we're going to start doing some trimming and hopefully get these things to look like steaks. Now that looks like the cross section of a ribeye. All right, and here is a finished trim steak. This is actually going to be the one that I cook up and eat. I think it looks pretty convincing. It has that nice little nugget of fat there that is a ribeye. There are a few little kind of holes in it, and I think that's just, I've never done this before. I probably should have used a little bit more of that meat glue and compressed it more. but I was kind of aiming high with making ribeye anyway. Again, with the fake fillets, what they're doing is just packing the meat into a ring mold and then refrigerating it overnight, and voila. So we're going to cook this up, and one of the concerns about cooking up a fake steak like this is there's a lot of meat that used to be on the outside that is now on the inside, which means there's bacteria inside of this piece of meat. So I like my meat medium rare. If I was to cook this medium rare, chances are I'm going to be eating a lot of bacteria that may make me sick. So what I'm going to do is cook this sous vide in my...
You know, folks, here's the thing about the cartel. The cartel is no different than the Crips and Bloods. They're drug dealers, okay? Unless you're in the drug trade, you're fine, okay? We got plenty of drug dealers around here in America, and stuff. And like I said before, it's not like I don't know the territory in Mexico, Like I said, I would be moving to Merida. Again, second safest city in the world. But you know what? What are you trying to do? You trying to live forever or something? You can literally die anywhere. There's plenty of people in my neighborhood that are getting shot and killed. There's plenty of people getting shot and killed in Greenville. There's plenty of people getting shot in New York. Dead is dead. Plain and simple.
Yeah, the circulator right back here. And normally I would cook it at...
worrying about the cartels, that's they're essentially they're drug dealers, I think Fox News tries to, and all these other news stations and the lamestream media, try to hype it up like those killer bees and killer ants and murder hornets and shit like that, And cartel is just another name for murder hornet.
125. I'm going to cook it at 130, but it's going to cook so long, even at that low temperature, that it will pasteurize this meat. And I'm going to cook it for 90 minutes that way. Then we're going to take it outside and sear it off. So I will see you outside at the grill. Okay, so the steak has been sous vide, 130 degrees, 90 minutes, and we are ready to sear it off. On the little Weber here, season it with some kosher salt. Some brown pepper. Let's get it on the grill. We're just going to sear it just about a minute or so. Get it with some more salt, more pepper. All right, it's been about a minute. Let's give it a nice flip here. There you go. Wow. Looks like steak. All right, another minute has passed and we are ready to try Frankensteak. All right, so right off the bat, it smells like steak.
Jeez.
Looks good. Again, if it was just a regular normal steak, I would have cooked it a little bit rarer than this, but I was kind of taking it safe here. Let's give it a try. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'm thinking it's steak. It's really, actually very good. Getting that really, beefy brisket flavor. It's nice. Now again, my main motivation for making this video is to simply shed some light on some deception that's going on out there. I know there are legitimate uses for this product. It's used in, caseless hot dogs, caseless sausages, those funky shaped chicken things, and, welding bacon onto a nice fillet.
Yeah, that's really freaking scary, But nowadays, they've just replaced most of that with texturized... They just use vegetable stuff. They just stick soybeans in it and everything. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, here's a Wes Watson special. There's plenty of rapes that go around there, Athens. Like I said, again, don't worry about the cartel. It's just a murder hornet, that's all.
40 fucking years old today. Fucking 40. I remember when I was just 16, 17, 18. Do you really?
Happy birthday. I never did do my usual, when is he going to start cursing, which is not necessary because he said it the very first second, so.
Realize back then I still had the same mindset. I literally was pushing weight at the level of being a multimillionaire and commanding, hundreds and hundreds of packs a week, to where we had that much cash on us back then. 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 fucking 1. 40 years old now. I lost 10 years in the penitentiary. And people are like, good, that was of your own doing. I know, good, that was of my own doing. Do you get it? A lot of people don't understand this shit. Someone who's willing to burn it all down is someone who's going to be able to build it all the way the fuck up. It's all...
There's no need to burn anything down, just play your cards right, I mean, boy.
Or fucking nothing. So don't sit here and use terms like time flies if you ain't paying the fuck attention to what that really means. You're going to die, bitch. I'm 40. I've done a lot, supposedly. We could do so much fucking more. But in all reality, I've knocked everything off the list at once. I built up my financial success to levels most people could never really attain. I bring people along with me to experience things in life that most people would never get to experience. And most importantly, I did it all by helping millions of people. There's a fact of...
Jump Tube, I try to stay away from anything that has to deal with Jerry Ward. Like I said, we definitely weren't friends whenever he was alive, so I don't pay any attention to whatever she has to say or anything. I try to forget about Jerry Ward. I don't even think about him.
Life that most people never make it past serving themselves. That's why I've said before, you're 52, motherfucker, still doing you, because a lot of people are like, I'm just doing me. I really couldn't fathom a life like that. There is no way on this fucking earth that I could not be the teacher. When I walked into the block for the first time, I'm like, oh, hell no. That's how these guys are running this shit? And I was new to prison and I saw flaws. If you see flaws
here we go again with prison
around you in life, then you have to step up and run it. You have to step up and grab the reins, take the keys, and run the shit. That's why you're being shown that path. Who's to say that's you? Who's to say that isn't...
Athens, why are you erasing a bunch of messages for? You done retracted like 6 of them.
A gift from above to see what others can't see, because you're meant to be what others can't be right now. I knew that's what I was here for. I knew I was an offering. I knew my life was supposed to be fucking different. The second I fell, I didn't question my intuition. On the way back right now, Angie was saying, I can't really stress on life right now. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I gotta just fully trust my intuition.
Yeah, Jump Tube, I've heard about that. That's just gonna get pretty nasty, so... John Bravo's cool with me. Lee Priest literally hates my guts, so the choice is clear who I'm going to be with there, Lee Priest really hates my guts. I mean, like no other.
So meaning her intuition's good and she's got to run with it and not get in her own way. You motherfuckers get in your own way instead of trusting your intuition. Motherfuckers will tell me, well, I don't really have a following. How am I supposed to build my brand? Like, is it gonna work for me? Nothing in this fucking life works for you, motherfucker. Listen to me right now. You work for it. Nothing in this life worked for anybody. You just think it worked for them because they make it look easy. They worked for it, motherfucker. Do you get this shit?
I get it.
If you work for it, it will be yours. If you won't take no for an answer, it will be yours. If you say fuck a plan B, it's yours, motherfucker. Straight up. I just had a great birthday with great friends, my family. I couldn't ask for more. But I owe more. So I could. I could ask more of myself. There's a lot of things that I can't take back, so what do you do in that position? Acceptance. A lot of you guys aren't forgiving yourselves, so you can't move forward. You have to accept what's happened in your life, and then you need to do the work in the moment to move forward. Everyone always asks me how you erase karmic debt, or when they're going to get out of this karmic debt cycle. Motherfucker, you get out of it as soon as you stop creating it. A couple years of just positive shit, you can unmake the worst of things that you've done. Don't give up just because you feel like what you've done or in your past won't be accepted. Stop defining yourself from your...
Well, that's the first time in the video I've actually heard him give out some good advice. He's 100% right about that, you know.
Past, and realize that as you move forward with positive steps, positive habits, you'll be able to break through as a new motherfucker. I'm telling you firsthand, I did. I wasn't known as a positive dude. I was known as the guy you don't want to be around because something bad's going to happen. He's going to do something stupid. And like us as kids, we always thought we were badass motherfuckers. But people who were more elevated, educated, people who were more evolved, they just saw us as stupid. And back then we thought we were tough. We're like, look at this dork, you don't know shit. And they were actually more elevated in seeing our acts as stupid. And the fact that they wouldn't pan out, these individuals were more in tune with their tuition or had better guidance figures that would tell them what right and wrong was. We thought we could get away with everything. You guys, I was in prison for 10 years. Anything's fucking possible. When I got out, I was 34, turning 35. I didn't have anything. A lot of people I talked to today were in their 20s, early 30s. I'm like, you have the whole...
I know Joey Stack said that Wes Watson had some pretty wealthy parents, but, you know, I can't make much of that there. I can't even validate any of that stuff, but Wes Watson is trying to make it out like he didn't have any help. I mean, he had to have some help. Everybody needs help, you know. But you're just coming out of prison. You may have had help, but what do you expect for being in prison for so long? Of course, you've not worked in years. You're not supposed to come over on anything.
Fucking world ahead of you, and you're worried about money, and you're around people like me at your age. Shut the fuck up.
I think it was robbery and assault there, Jump Tube. I think that's what he went to prison for. It would have had to have been something that involved some physical violence here.
Fuck up, learn, follow suit, and don't get too overzealous to be in my seat. You don't want it, you ain't ready. It'll wreck you. You know how many people make millions and it burns them to the ground? You'll be one of them if you don't learn and make it slowly, straight up, and age with it. I was way evolved, way disciplined before I even got any money. Your level of success has to match your level of discipline. If you have X amount of success, you need X amount of discipline, or the success will fucking bury you. Love you guys. Long fucking day. 40th birthday. Let's see if we make 50, motherfucker. Let's go!
Yep, and let's indeed go to the next video. He is very entertaining, that I can give you. Hey, KCB. What did I say? No stalking videos, dude, so... Well, but I'm going to do you a favor today. We're not going to play that one. We're going to do this here instead. It was something dumb, jump to. But if you go to prison, it's usually all dumb. Just look at Floyd Mayweather Sr. He still got it. He up there he's in his late 60s up there and just tearing up Charlie. Oh! Let's see that again. Let's see that. See that's that side hit right there, baby. That's that side hit. That's how you tag someone. You see the problem is that he's up there he's getting them. He's got a lower angle there, so he's angling in. He's not face forward. So when you're angled in like that, you have less of a chance of hitting someone. So let me get it back real quick. Look at him. McCook has a YouTube channel? I didn't know that. Let's see. I don't know his channel. I don't know what his channel address is. You'll need to post it in the community section. I don't know what his channel is. All right, let's check out Quick Pumps.
Dollar type Can we speak to you for a second? We'll get you over there. Go ahead and bring your stuff.
Yeah, can I ask what the problem is?
Alright, so someone called us. We got multiple calls about you. About something pertaining on the beach. Were you supposed to be, were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing? What were you doing on the beach? Like, prior to coming here? Prior to coming here.
I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a scenario. Chances are that she was probably trying to do an OnlyFans video of her, and she got pretty much caught.
There was nobody. I was just sitting on my tail. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Now, you see, she's making a big mistake. She shouldn't even be talking to the police to begin with. You do have a right to remain silent, and she could have just walked away, you know.
Yeah. What did I do? What did I do?
He definitely isn't no Winston Churchill, but I'll check it out.
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Who saw that?
I mean, a couple people.
No, they
families.
didn't. That's not true.
Why would they call us that?
Nobody was around. Was it an anonymous call? Is this one of my buddies? Okay, one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies. It's a family.
Okay, look. Let me show you what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything in the bag?
No.
Because if I look,
Hold on a minute. If she's going to show what she actually did, need to make sure that this is kid-friendly. Well,
Sitting on the beach, and I just. Okay. Do I get a ticket?
so
no, you don't get a ticket. It's indecent exposure. You get arrested.
did have a vibrator.
Listen, I was sitting on the water like this, and I just put it in there, and it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry. I was stressed out.
I got you. Okay, just hang tight for me.
I'm sorry.
She shouldn't have said anything, you know.
I was in the water. Okay, so if this is anonymous call,
I mean, if nobody saw it, then they wouldn't have called, right?
man, please don't do this to me. Are you serious?
A family saw it. They had kids.
What? There
That's why they
was
called.
nobody around me.
So it's a bullet style. That's what they call it. Oh Jesus! Now as you going through it, you logging everything. She admitted to it, and she said she had an orgasm on the beach and all that other good mess. So yeah, all right, cool.
And folks, how many times I gotta tell you? Don't talk to the police, okay? Don't talk to the police. That's the same thing I try to tell Big Lenny and everybody else. Keep your mouth shut, you know? If you did something, you know, keep your mouth shut, you know? Let's go to McCuck's lame-ass channel. Since when did he get sponsored by Iron Mag?
Somebody's dead. Let's make a video. Douchebags, YouTube vultures.
You guys noticed I haven't put up a video this past week, and it wasn't because I was on vacation. I actually don't like vacations, but usually if I don't put up a video because it's what I love to do, there's something else going on in my life, and this wasn't something that I was going to make a video about or talk about. You know, life throws you some big punches sometimes, but it's how you learn to take the punch
Hey, McCuck is one ugly motherfucker, that's for sure.
decides how you're gonna survive. And this is something I'm still learning.
This morning is the stars leave the sky.
You guys, are you ready for a video that's something you've never seen something ever before on my channel? Even though I said get ready for something you've never seen before like 20 times in the past year. But you guys, now that I got expensive shots of my Toyota Corolla Cross, which means everything to me, like my hair, my good looks, my cars, and my music, I want to share a video with you guys, about how to buy fake subscribers and comments on YouTube so you don't look like a fucking asshole.
Now, one thing I can tell you is Bravo doesn't pay for fake advertisers. There's a way to manipulate the Google algorithm to where you can get views and subscribers for pennies on the dollar. I mean, I know how to do it as well. But that's another story. Maybe one day on my Home Business King channel, I'll show it.
But this video is about how to buy fake subscribers and look like a fucking asshole. But you guys, I turned the phone sideways, so get ready.
For those that are not aware, you can buy fake subscribers online. And you can buy fake views, you can buy fake likes, you can have accounts, bot accounts, just auto comment on your videos like on a timer. And basically what I want to show you here is somebody like John who I want to say a good probably 65%, maybe less, don't quote me on those numbers, of his subscribers are fake bot accounts. You will see a lot of things that are in common when it comes to the comments. So you have like this one comment who the comment essentially boosts his ego and says the same things over and over. And John will respond to the comment as if he's talking to a real person. Now the comments usually are all the same. Something about this is good, I've watched it 4 times now, amazing production, hilarious. Boosting John's ego, because John is essentially is ego driven and sort of a sociopath, so he needs the comments to inflate that. So if you look at all these comments just on this one video, all of these comments are from people that have 1 subscriber, 4 subscribers, 0 subscribers, 9 subscribers, 4 subscribers, and they're all kind of saying the same thing. And on some of these, John is actually replying to them, God bless, thank you so much, the little praying hands. You know, how does John not have more subs? Generally curious, this guy is amazing. If you go to each one of these accounts, they're bot accounts. They don't subscribe to anybody, they have very little subscribers themselves, and they all say the same thing. And then on a bunch of these comments, you have bought likes on the comments. So this, if you go through just this one video, a large portion of them are all the same comments, just written differently, from accounts that have very little subscribers and have very little traffic on them themselves. But if you literally scroll through the comment section, you take 2 minutes and scroll through the comment section, they're all the same comments written differently. This was hilarious. Happy Thanksgiving. This is great, John. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless, John. Happy Thanksgiving. You're amazing, John. Happy Thanksgiving.
So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. And don't be fooled by these fake internet tough guys that live in New Jersey and drive expensive cars and make very serious videos but have to show the car driving. That fame is just one click and buy away. And you guys, please like and subscribe, because I care very much about you guys, and this is not about me inflating my ego whatsoever, guys.
No, I wouldn't date McCook. He's a weirdo. And he doesn't have any clue as to what the fuck he's talking about. Here's the thing, folks. There's 3 ways that you can get subscribers. Number 1... You can pay for bots, but YouTube picks up on bots very quickly. I'm going to tell you that right now. I didn't know he was working for AEW. That's the first I've ever heard of that. So I guess I'll show you a quick way of what's actually done. I'm going to try to show it to you guys in a way to where he didn't roast anything because he doesn't know what he's talking about. So, watch and learn, people. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. So, folks, this is going to become a very educational video here. So, get ready. Alright folks, you ready? So this here is a typical Google Ads account. Okay? So far for this one, I've spent about $162. So here's what you do, folks. Pay attention. Let's go to campaigns. We're going to go to ads. We are going to create a new ad. Let's call it McCuck is a Dumbass. Whoops. Well, this isn't it. Here, hold on. I don't know why it did that for. Oh yeah, conversion action. No, not conversion action. Oh boy, I'm sleepy today. Campaign. Alright, now we're on the right screen. So, what is your campaign objective? Let's go ahead and... Alright, so, let's say you wanted to boost up your YouTube channel. Alright? You're going to start a new campaign. You have to have a Google Ads account. You're going to go to... there's sales, there's leads, there's website traffic. But what you're going to do is you're going to create a campaign without a goals guidance. You're going to select the campaign type, and you're going to click on videos. So all of this here is video views will get you the views and engagement. You can use unique reach, non-skippable streams, audio. We're just going to leave it right here because this is an example. Well, Tater Tot, I'm actually showing you what most YouTubers do. I don't waste my time really with shit like this. So shut the fuck up and learn something. Just joking. But this is a very educational thing. So you're going to set a budget strategy, let's say $50. You're going to put a start date. You're going to end it on... You'll want to run this for at least a month. That way the Google algorithm gets it. So, now here's where the funky stuff is. You're going to take... normally it sets for default for the United States. Instead, you're going to click on enter in another location. So what you're going to do is instead of the US, you're going to enter in Demographic Republic of Congo. We're going to put in India. Or, excuse me, just India. We're going to put India country. We're going to put Uganda. We are going to put Indonesia. And let's try, what's one other one? Let's go with, no, not Thailand. Let's see, Congo, India, Indonesia, Uganda. Oh, yes, Pakistan. Gotta have Pakistan. All right. So you got 5 targets here. Now, the reason being here is if you use the United States, you know, your ad cost is going to be about $29 a day at least in order to get any traffic. But what you do instead is you set the target for countries that have a lower monetary profile. So these are all these are all countries that have a high number of English-speaking people. But because these are third world countries, the advertising rate is going to be less expensive. You're going to, of course, put in English, but it's going to naturally default to English. So you're going to take off. Let's see, additional settings. We're going to go down to... You'll leave the demographics at any age, any gender, any audience segment. You don't want to put keywords here because the more keywords you have, the more it's going to cost. What you want to do is you just want to get human beings. This is how you get actual bots, folks. You're going to put a YouTube video there. Of course, we're not going to do that. The last thing you'll want to do is you'll want to turn off the Google network, in other words, which is, give me just a minute. Where is it? Oh, I didn't put a video in, that's why. But this is pretty much how it's done. So, a $50 campaign, $1.61 budget. And what you end up with, ultimately, you want to put in a CPV vid of about $1. Now, it doesn't really matter what you put here. But the only thing you have left to do is just put in the YouTube video, and that's pretty much it. So, that's how it's done, folks. What these YouTube creators are doing is they're creating video ads through Google through third world countries that are English speaking. So that way their bid rate is like 0.001. In other words, it costs 0.001 per view, in other words. So essentially put, you can get about 1,000 views for what, like 10 cents literally. That's how he's doing it there. That's cheaper than bots. Like I said, McCluck doesn't know shit what he's talking about, you know. But that's how it's done, folks. And I'm not sure, I can't say that Bravo does it, but a lot of YouTube creators, that's how they boost their numbers up as far as views are concerned. They use that particular technique. So hopefully you motherfuckers have learned something. If you guys want to boost your channel up there, you can follow that guideline. So all right, who's next? What did you think, guys? What did you think? All right, let's see what we got next here. Oh, that's a John Bravo one. I went and looked that one up already. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need to see again and see whether this one has someone actually going naked. Motherfucker, this is my channel. Hell. Tater Tot, it's cheaper than bots. It's using Google's bots. I mean, you got an ad rate that pays 0.001 per view. This is cheaper than the bots because you're going directly to the source. Who do you think runs these bots anyway? You know, seriously. And we're going to skip that. Sorry. Sorry, no tortilla. You have to understand, Tater Tot, Google already knows when something's posted as a bot, and it'll just throw it off. I mean, you're better off using what's called a click farm rather than bots. Click farms work a lot better than because nobody really uses bots anymore. But that's how a lot of these YouTubers build up their channels. Because here's the thing. If you see a video that has 10,000 views, wouldn't you be more inclined to watch that than a video that only has maybe like 10 or 20 views? It's quite simple there. And you can budget it out wherever you wish there, you know. If your channel looks like it's getting a lot of traffic, then you're going to get a lot of US traffic. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. Oh, that's where Lamar is. He's up there gaming. Why is he gaming? Someone go tell Lamar that he missed most of the stream. All right, next video.
You will notice.
Now since there's no more videos listed in the community stream, we're gonna go with the great one's choice.
It's a difference pretty dramatically if you shove 600 milligrams in each quad right before you bang. I guarantee it.
Well, Mr. Fatman, the thing about it is that if you go and pay for views and clicks, all they're going to do is they're going to go to YouTube and they're going to use the same technique. You pay them $10 for 1,000 views and they'll just simply go and do that for 10 cents and they'll keep your $9.90.
What is up, everyone? It's Reese. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's ASMR sip is 19.7water.com. Keep on to Russo. ASMR Spritz, Intelligent Argon. Hear your noises. Big up. I have to smell it. Alright, today, back with the penis enlargement playlist. Watch the entire playlist because these are tools. You can use what tools you want. I'm going to be giving out another tool to increase penis length as well as overall erection quality. So go watch the trend video where I talk about the difference between mental libido and actual erection quality. So I want to really showcase this compound to improve actual erection quality as well as length. I do notice length gains where most things, especially the dihydrotestosterone cream, is more girth based. This is more length based. Everyone's talking like, hey, I need length. Really, my 2 cents, girth is way more important than length. You can can go talk to women about that and have them argue what they think, but I really do think it's about girth more than length. That being said, everyone wants a longer penis to a certain extent, right? We're in the PE world here, so I'm just gonna pretend everyone gives a fuck about this. Basically, injectable L-carnitine is going to help more blood easily go into the dick. The caveat is oral L-carnitine, in my opinion, you might notice a little libido boost, but you're on.
You know, for centuries, men have always wanted to know how to make their dick bigger. This is not one of the ways, but I thought it would be pretty minty for you guys to see it.
Russo's channel, right? So you're about extreme shit. I would inject 600 milligrams in each quad, like the very top of each of my quads, so it disperses to my dick. Meaning I would get that injection as close.
This guy is dumb as rocks. So, folks, if you want to get a bigger dick, just take 600 milligrams of L-carnitine and inject it in your quads, and you're going to have a bigger schlong.
To my dick as possible to have a more localized effect on androgen receptor signaling upregulation in the penis, as well as fucking around and increasing the blood flow capability to the dick. You will notice a difference pretty dramatically if you shove 600 milligrams in each quad right before you bang. I guarantee it. What I will say is if you do oral L-carnitine, not only do you not have the oral bioavailability to even replicate 600 mg injectable, and by the way, it's like 600 to 2 grams is what people are injecting nowadays with L-carnitine, and I'll have the immediate.
I've dated guys that look like him, but not anyone that acts like him. That's for sure.
Asylum link. Andrew will pop it up. This is a really good one because it's all natural. It's not impacting hormones. The dihydrotestosterone cream, right? It's going to impact your HPTA. You're going to have increases in hair loss. It's going to go systemic and bind with other shit. This injectable L-carnitine is natural. Sure, you have to inject it. Sure, it's a painful injection. There's a lot of pip, but it's not really ridden with side effects, right? You're using a fat transporter, your AR upregulating, and you're getting more blood flow to the dick.
One thing I can say is injecting L-carnitine is going to help you lose weight, but it's not going to make your dick bigger. I'm sorry. It's not going to do that. All right, let's see what set McCuck off.
Sulak does that too. You know who that kid is?
Who's Sam Sulak?
Dude, Jamie, you gotta look him up.
Oh, I have heard about him because he used to be a lot smaller and then got saucy.
He used to be a diver.
Whoa.
Yeah, like into a pool type thing.
What do you think about, I kind of cut you off, sorry. What do you think about Sam Sulak? Have you seen him? He's been blowing up.
I've only seen what other people have said about it.
Okay.
From my understanding, he's a young guy who's taken a lot of steps. And
I don't know if he's taking a lot. I mean,
okay.
I have no idea. He's jacked and he's young and he's blowing the fuck up. But the thing's interesting. Like his popularity is really interesting to me as far as like how fast it like went from 0 to like millions.
Sam Sulak has become such a massive influence in the fitness industry, especially among the younger generation. When I first covered Sam's story, he had 300.
Yeah, everyone seems to be on Sam Sulak's dick. I mean, he's a regular views counter. In fact, I might make a Sam Sulak video tonight just to get some views. I mean,
100,000 subscribers, and just a couple months later, he's passed 2.3 million, and he's still growing. Now, I know anytime Sam is mentioned, if I make a video, if anyone makes a video,
Tater Tot, that's a good joke there.
His fans, because they're loyal, they love him, they're dedicated. They come and attack you by the thousands in the comments. Even Joe Rogan, on a recent podcast, somebody brought up the topic of Sam Sulak.
It's kind of that Sam Sulak does that too. You know who that kid is?
Who's Sam Sulak?
Oh, dude, Jamie, you gotta look him up. He's like 21. Just a fucking freak.
Sam Sulak?
Yeah, you gotta look at him.
Sulak, S-U-L-E-K.
Oh,
look
Jesus.
at this kid, dude.
Jesus Christ.
He is like young 20s.
Oh, I have heard about him because he used to be a lot smaller and then got saucy.
He used to be a diver.
Whoa.
Yeah, like into a pool type thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet he makes a hell of a fucking splash.
Well, now there is like an old one.
I mean, you got people like you got Neckzilla. I mean, these guys start out as scrawny little 98-pound weaklings, literally. I mean, Sulak was a diver, and then all of a sudden he gets jacked up. That's the power of steroids here, isn't it?
Okay, so it was 183 pounds in 2000 and...
in 2019.
Mm-hmm. And now what does he weigh now? 237 in 2023. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. That's so much weight.
And I don't know how... I think he's super young.
He looks young.
Yeah.
And Joe made the comment. He goes, I never knew you can get millions of followers by just being jacked.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube.
3.6 million
see
followers.
his YouTube? Yeah, he's got a lot of... That's where he gets all his videos. Well, like, what does he have? Yeah, 2.3 million subscribers on YouTube.
Just from being jacked.
Yeah, just a freak, though.
Isn't it crazy?
No, it's not just from being jacked. I mean, he has... Like I said, he has the Dallas McCarver personality. That's the best way to describe it. That country-fed Southern boy type mentality.
That just being jacked could get you millions of subscribers now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right.
And when he said that, Sam's fans even attacked him. So no matter who you are, if you ever mention Sam, they're coming for you. But I feel like this topic that I'm going to talk about now is very, very important. I was at the gym the other night, and there's these skinny hair kids. And I'm not even going to make fun of them. I'm not going to say nothing. I just learned to accept that their haircut is a part of society now. But I overheard their conversation. One of the kids, that he goes, I want to get as big as Sam. I'm going to take a bunch of shit because I want to get as big as him, and I want to blow up on the internet. And a light bulb went off in my head. I'm thinking, why does Sam Sulak get a pass? And when I say that, I mean, Sam has never, ever once mentioned the topic of steroid use anywhere in comments, on message.
Well, why would he? Just going, I mean, but this is what I don't get, and not the dog John Bravo, but no one's going to go and admit to taking illegal drugs online. He'd have police breaking down the door. It would also kill his brand naturally. I mean, we know he's on steroids. I mean, that's a fact. We knew the Liver King was on steroids, but people just, I mean, nobody is stupid enough to go and admit they're taking steroids. Well, I take that back. There are people that are stupid to admit they're taking steroids. You don't need the feds knocking down the door. Now, I could say I take steroids because I'm on TRT. I have a prescription for the shit, But seriously.
Boards, on posts, on videos. He's never talked about it at all. And why does he get a pass? But everyone else in the fitness industry, if they did those things, they get crucified for it, as we all know already. Is it because his fans love him so much that they let him get away with it? But by never mentioning it at all, what does that make him? So there's two sides to this. The first one is I understand why Sam doesn't want to talk about it. And I know his intentions are good because, like I said, I like Sam. And I feel
they're good. No, they're going to keep him out of prison.
Like he's smart, and I know he has good intentions with doing the things he does. However, if you think about it, right, there's kids who have no idea what Sam's doing, right? And they're going to go take everything under the sun in order to look like him, like those kids were saying, right? And then there's other kids who sees he never talks about it and think he's actually natural. But for the kids that think he is taking something, and most of us who are not naive, we know he's taking stuff, right? For those kids, isn't it dangerous by not saying something at all?
So, do I know about his steroid usage? I don't.
Okay.
I'd love to talk to him about it, but like, yeah, you see what people say, right? They're assuming because of, I think, his development at such a young age.
Yeah.
That he,
My apologies then, Sam.
I don't know.
I'm just reading from what other people say, right?
I'm certain he takes steroids. I don't know to what degree he takes them.
Right.
Because maybe Sam is like one of those, which I believe he is. Maybe he's like the greats like Kevin Ravone, where their genetics are so good they're not required to take a lot of things.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. He's juicing.
So they don't need to. But I don't...
You don't hang around Fuak if you're taking nothing but Flintstone vitamins. He's taking the real Flint. But who cares if he's riding bicycles or not?
I don't know, what's the right answer. Because I get why, again, you don't want to talk about it. But then again, like those kids, like I was saying, they're going to try to take everything to be like him. So what does he do in this situation? So I want to hear from you guys. Is it better off? Because remember how many millions now of kids look up to Sam. Is it better off for him saying nothing at all? Or saying something, and what does he say? And then, I want to know your thoughts on why do you think Sam gets a pass on never speaking about it, but nobody else does?
Bro, you can hear the steroids in his voice. It's like he's gargling his steroids.
I didn't.
The guy's jacked.
I know. But I don't know.
Look at the fucking legs on him. Holy shit, look at his fucking thighs. Bro, that guy must chafe like a motherfucker. He needs some good me undies, the kind that go all the way down.
Yeah.
You know, those boxer briefs, keep your legs from rubbing in the center.
Yeah, I don't really know what his goal is, but
be massiver, more massive. Maybe it's Tom Avalon. Maybe that's his goal.
These guys, they want to be, when you walk in a room, they want people to be like pointing, like, holy shit, look at this freak.
Well, he gained 50 pounds in what, 4 years?
And he's shredded.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do that with oatmeal.
No.
You need some help. You need a little help.
Yeah, so
Step away, USADA.
It's right. Yeah, nothing to see here. It's fun to see guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It is fun. I don't want to do it, but it's fun to see.
If I could only hear you sing.
Oh boy. So that's what McCuck is mad about. I mean, I'm looking at the channel right now. There's no fake, doesn't look like he has any fake commenters or anything like that. If Bravo was doing anything, he's probably doing the same technique I just showed you guys. I don't waste my money on stuff like that for real, unless I'm doing a no-face channel. It's perfectly legitimately done, And what that does, folks, it actually does it naturally attracts bots. Like whenever you're posting on YouTube or Facebook, all of a sudden if you put your email out on Facebook openly, you're going to get a lot of spam mail. Well, this is the same way that bot network works. But folks, we got about 7 minutes left. Get your donations in if you wish to put a donation in for the great one, but we're going to close it out at 10. But we're going to close it out soon. But before we do that, we're going to do the So pole and get some music playing here. Yes, indeed. A little music. That's all we need, folks. I see no need to debate McCuck on something like that. The reason being is McCuck is clearly not educated on how someone actually gets views because he doesn't know how to do it himself. The truth is McCuck is jealous of what Bravo's actually doing. And Bravo probably use the same techniques as others. And once you use that technique I just showed you, it's going to naturally attract bots. It's going to naturally do that. And then you're going to build up your traffic. That's how you see some of these YouTube subscribers get like 100,000, 1 million views, 2 million subscribers and stuff like that. The only downside to doing something like that is there's absolutely no ad revenue with it. You have to remember these are third world countries, so you're not going to make any money off of the traffic that you would get. But it does make your channel look good. That's for sure. It makes your channel look good, and that's all that really matters. And when your channel looks good and it looks like it's popular, people are more likely to tune into it. It's always the case, folks. Look on the bright side, folks. Y'all learned something new today, didn't you? No, I wouldn't date Chris. That's right, I have less than 4,000 subscribers, and I can have 10,000 if I wish, Tater Tot. But why am I going to go and spend money on traffic that won't pay me anything? Not only that, Tater Tot, the algorithm that I actually have, because of all the poop and piss videos, you know, my channel's not going to be suggested anymore. I used to get 1K views and stuff like that. But the YouTube algorithm just hates my guts now. I'll show you one more example. Check this out. Let me show you guys something. You're gonna like this. Trust me. Now check this out. This here is my new channel here. As you guys know. I'm just giving you a demonstration as far as to how bad the algorithm is. Take a look at this video right here. I have 3.6 thousand views on this video here. 3.6 thousand views. This channel's only been open for 2 weeks, 14 days, folks. I have 143 subscribers, and I got a video that has almost 4,000 views. That's more than 20 of my views that I have on my big channel. Literally. Like I said, the YouTube is punishing me for having the Vince Goodrum channel. But you know what? I don't really care, you know? Like I said, when I say I do it for you guys, I fucking mean it. I do it for you guys, alright? That's why I depend on donations, because I'll be honest with you, the video revenue I have at the end of the month is about $11. Yeah, it's Natasha. It's about the piss, the cursing, all of that. You know, when you have that, when you have your videos limited and prohibited so many times, Google stops putting it as a suggested channel. They basically blacklist it. YouTube has blacklisted that channel, my channel. But my new channel, it hasn't blacklisted because it's all business content. I mean, you saw the one video. I've had the channel open for 14 days. I got almost 4,000 views on one video. That channel gets more views per video than my current channel. It gets more views on my channel I set up 14 days ago with 143 subscribers. It gets more views than this channel because of that. Because that channel is showing up as suggested videos. That's why McCuck is a dumbass. He knows nothing about YouTube. He doesn't know about the algorithms. He doesn't know about Google Ads. He doesn't even really know what a bot is. He just assumes that something is a bot. He's wrong! Wrong! Well, that guy, it's okay. It is what it is. I already knew. I mean, I'm going to have that other channel monetized pretty soon anyway. But, you know, that's the way things go, you know. But, folks, it is 10 o'clock p.m. I got to get back to work, folks, and try to bring in a little extra money. I want to thank everybody for joining me for Earl Grey Tuesday. Tomorrow there is a live stream, but it is going to be on the Home Business King channel. The business of business. So don't miss out on that live stream. I'll post it up in the community section probably tomorrow. And as always, peace and soul. I already did the soul poll. You missed it. You should have been here. Sorry. I'll do it again. Soul poll! There you go.